So starting the test drive in this Altima SV Special Edition, the Special Edition package is only like $1,300, $1,400, but it really adds quite a bit to the overall package you get here. It really starts to feel like a 32 grand car in my opinion, just from the screen to the dual zone climate controls to the splitter around the exhaust. It's just a really nice overall package to pay a little bit extra money for. On top of that, just adding the stock capability of wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, it's I highly recommend it. If you're gonna get an SV, get the Special Edition package unless you just really need to save money. But driving, I mean, it's easy to drive this Altima. Honestly, the Rogue has really taken over the market that the Altima used to have, because you can get about the same space in an SUV. But there's just still something about this car. I really like, I guess, how much of a car it is. It's a 4-door sedan. It drives like a sedan. It looks like a sedan. And there are a few of us diehards that are still out there that just like how a car drives. And you know, a Nissan Rogue, as nice as it is never gonna be able to touch the feeling of being behind the wheel of a 4-door car. Being lower to the ground, just having more of a closeness to the road, if you will. Now the fuel economy with this car is 26 miles per gallon city, 36 highway. You could probably do a little better on the highway if you try hard enough. The city, it's gonna be hard. You don't have a hybrid powertrain here. I don't think you have the auto stop either. So that kind of just cuts into your city fuel economy. And I really wish Nissan would, you know, they were making hybrids a while ago and I guess they could never really get it right. But the fuel economy with those hybrids, specifically the Altima hybrid, was really good at that point in time compared to everyone else, or compared to just a regular 4-cylinder car. And I just think it's interesting that they haven't really been able to get on board with the hybrids yet, because you already have a CVT in basically every car. Why not just pair an electric motor with it or two and get that fuel economy that the Camry's getting, or the fuel economy that the Optimas are getting, or not the Optimas, but the Sonatas are getting, because there's a big market for hybrid cars. You know, there are a lot of people that want to have these great fuel economy numbers. They're not ready to go full electric. They don't like, you know, the range gets cut when you're driving in the winter, and they don't really like adapting. Most Americans don't, honestly. They don't like adapting to things that they don't know they don't like. So if you could get a hybrid Altima that's getting 45, 50 miles per gallon, I feel like you could get that market share back, at least some of it. But therein lies part of the problem is, you know, this is still $32,000 compared to getting a hybrid Camry with similar options, similar equipment, and adaptive cruise for probably around the same price, maybe just a tad bit more. So I have the car in sport mode now. We're gonna see if we can get it to pull getting on the interstate here. Not gonna floor it, but gonna give it a little something. Here we go. So not bad acceleration. Now I do want to give one more big thanks to John Roberts Nissan here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I mean, overall, it's a solid four-door option, I think. It's not necessarily the quickest, it's not the most fuel efficient, but you get something that's different. You get something that is likable, I think, and it still has a lot of features for the money. Blind spot monitors are nice. Having this newer upgraded screen is nice. The dual zone climate controls, push button start, remote start. It's a lot for almost $32,000. And that's before even considering the sunroof. But still a solid car, I think, today. You just have to make sure you maintain these CVTs. But for the most part, Nissan has similar reliability to, you know, the older 90s, 2000 cars that you can still see getting 400, 500,000 miles out of an engine and transmission, depending on how you drive them and how you take care of them. And the sound acoustics in here are actually pretty good. Road noise not bad, wind noise not bad. And it's simple. It's a simple basic transportation vehicle that looks really cool with this premium paint, with this newer upgraded screen, the wheels. And you know, I think it's a hot car for it to be an Altima with the SV trim. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Nissan Altima SV Special Edition.